Alrighty, let's take a look at question number 1. In question 1, we're being assessed on how to order a combination of fractions and decimals. This is a typical question that you should expect to see on the Accuplacer test. Now, there's a tip that you want to keep in mind when you are asked to order fractions and decimal. And the tip is as follows. When comparing or ordering, when comparing fractions and decimals, the best strategy, ladies and gentlemen, is to convert all of them to fractions or all to decimals. Okay? Express all the numbers as fractions only or decimals only. Basically convert them to the same form. Okay? In some problems, it's easier to convert them to fractions. In others, it's easier to convert them to decimals. In most cases, personally, I think converting everything to decimals is pretty straightforward. In this particular scenario right here, the best thing to do will be to convert the fractions into decimals. You see why that's the case in a minute. Okay. All right. So let's go ahead and do it. So what we're going to do in this particular problem is we're going to convert fractions to decimals. All right. Now the thing about converting everything to fractions is that after you convert everything to fraction, you have to ensure that you have the denominators identical. Okay, so you convert to fractions and then you find the LCD and express every single number as an equivalent fraction with all your denominators being identical, which could be a long process. Okay, all right, so let's go ahead and convert our fractions to decimals. We have two fractions here. First one is 9 over 8. So if we want to convert 9 over 8 to decimals, how do we do it? Well, we use long division, right? So set up our long division bar. The top dog goes in the dog house. The numerator goes underneath your division bar, and you have the 8 on the outside. Okay, let's divide. How many times does 8 go into 9? 8 goes into 9 once. 1 times 8 is 8. Subtract. You have 1. All right. Now, how many times does 8 go into 1? 8 is bigger than 1, so 8 can go into 1. So put a decimal point here and add a 0. How many times does 8 go into 10? 8 goes into 10 once. 1 times 8 is 8. Subtract 2. Add a 0. How many times does 8 go into 20? 8 goes into 20 twice. 2 times 8, 16. 4. Add a 0. How many times does 8 go into 40? 5 times. 5 times 8, 40. All right, so 9.8 is equivalent to 1.125. All right, let's move on. Let's convert 11 over 4 into fractions. Into decimal. Now for the problem I just did, 8 over 9, you didn't have to do everything. You didn't have to do the entire division problem, okay? So we're comparing it to these two numbers, and you see that this number here, 3.71, the whole number part of it, the number that's greater than 0, is bigger than 1. So just after the first step, you automatically know that this is smaller, okay, because we're looking for the greatest. So you know that 9 over 8 is smaller than 3.71. So you didn't have to do the whole thing, but I just wanted to do a real quick review on long division for you, okay? All right, so let's do it here. 11 over 4, top dog goes in the dog house, put the 4 here. How many times does 4 go into 11? 4 goes into 11 2 times, okay? So you have 2 times 4 is 8, and you can automatically see that this number, 11 over 4, is smaller than 3.71, okay? But let's just finish it anyway. So 2 times 4 is 8, we have a 3. How many times is 3? Does 4 go into 3? It's 2 is too small, so we put a decimal point and add a 0. All right, now how many times does 4 go into 30? 7 times. 7 times 4 is 28. Subtract that, you have a 2. How many times? Well, put a 0 here. How many times does 4 go into 20? 5 times 4 is 20. Subtract to get a 0. Okay? All right, so 11 over 4 is 2.75. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to order these numbers from least to greatest. Okay, so the smallest is clearly 0.97. 0.97 is less than. Now which one comes next? 9 over 8. And then followed by 2.75, and then the biggest is 3.71. Okay, so which of the number is the greatest? The greatest number is 3.71. Alrighty, so that's how you order a combination of decimals and fractions. Taking the time to watch this presentation, really appreciate it. If you found the contents of this tutorial helpful in your preparation for the test, to give us a like. Your positive feedback is very valuable to us. Do not forget to subscribe to our channel. We upload videos, math tutorials to our page on a regular basis, so subscribe and stay in the loop. If you have any questions or comments, as indicated earlier, just place it in the comment section below. We have a cool interactive practice test at our website, mathgotserved.com. Do check it out. And also take a look at the link in the description below for access to tons of math resources. Thanks again for watching and have a wonderful day. Goodbye.